Hello everyone and welcome back to another update video. It is Snapshot 21W06A and today we are going to be going over everything that is new and changed in this update. So this update is an absolute game changer. It changes a lot of the mechanics about how worlds are generated, meaning the base code that is Minecraft has been changed, and already I think I see some issues with chunk boundaries. But the biggest changes are that the new cave types are now able to generate. There are definitely some issues. There's a giant block of floating sand. The new cave types are able to generate, and one of the biggest changes is that the world is now a different size, meaning it's 64 blocks taller in each direction, meaning the world is deeper and taller. We go to Y negative 64 now, so look at how much deeper the world is. And look at these caves. Look at the size of this. This is absolutely massive and down to bedrock. What is this, like a sub-biome? No, this is still desert, but this is crazy how big this is. And there's pillars, and this is just a completely new thing. This changes Minecraft entirely. Can you imagine if you dug down there? You could fall 128 blocks down to bedrock. And obviously they must be changing the way that things generate as well, because look at that, there's copper and iron and everything down here. This is absolutely fascinating. They've also changed the way that the different caves are able to generate. So they've called it noise. So some of them are able to generate like long pieces of spaghetti, like this one, I imagine is what they're calling that. Wow, look at these. This is easily the most exciting part of the new update so far, and it's just amazing how deep this world is. You think about 64 blocks, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot. Now, the other new type of noise that they have said is able to generate is called Swiss cheese, which means there's a lot of holes and things in the caves. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to generate, but we shall see. Now, there's also a thing where all caves between Y63 and Y3 or something like that are filled with water. So as you can see, there is a lot of water in the caves at that height. Look at these caverns that are just full of like ocean-sized amounts of water. Now, at the moment, you cannot upgrade a current world to work in this snapshot. They don't have the generation for it yet. So you have to create a new world to be able to see this, but this is just... These caves are beyond anything I could have imagined for the generation that was coming in this world, in this update. Like, these caves are huge. I never imagined that they would be this big. I knew that they were going to be making some big caves, but these are like underground worlds here. This is the first time that I'm actually opening this live with you, and it's just quite shocking actually to see this for the first time. I am so excited about what this adds to the game in multiple directions, because this is not only down, but this is also up. We can now build higher than ever before. So let's just look at the F3 here. Yeah, so the water generation is still at the same level. It's down here at Y60, but if we were to take our current position and TP ourselves to, what is 256 plus 64? It's like 300 something, so 0, 300, 0. And then we can just fill the block that we're in with stone. Look at that. That block is at Y300. And even in creative, in Minecraft before, you could not do this. You couldn't put a block here. So let's just see. I must be pretty... There you go. The height limit for building is 320 blocks. Not 256. 320. Look, from up here, I cannot even see the world at these settings. I'm at 16 chunks rendered. Let's crank up the chunks. Look at that. That is so high. That really changes everything. So I've looked a little bit into why the water is all at this level, and it turns out that it is not going to stay that way. The reason is because of local water level. So in lower caves, they have a chance to have their own local water level called an aquifer. And so that can create underwater lakes low down in the world, but like this right here. So this is an aquifer, and it seems that the generation is a little bit weird because it stops at this chunk boundary, but these, so that's the water level there. That's the water level here. You can see they're different. And the reason that everything between those levels up above is flooded is because they don't have local water levels yet, and they're still using the water level of the world. So these noise caves, which is what these are called. So this is the Swiss cheese cave, and the longer ones like that are the spaghetti caves. Things like, and they're the ones that are flooded with water. So you need to look for water, not just the normal old Minecraft caves, but they are the new types of ones, the ones that are flooded with water. So those are absolutely fascinating. So this is the Swiss cheese again, and they can intersect with old Minecraft caves and things as well. This right here is filled with water. So yeah, you see this is the spaghetti cave, things like that. Absolutely crazy and fascinating. So that's where that ends and the other cave begins. So the world generation here has totally changed, and it's obviously going to still keep changing because this is the first snapshot they've put out with this type of generation. Look at this. This is another example of the local water level in this cave down here. So basically underground lakes. And that is going to continue changing for these aquifers and other things that have come in this update. There's a couple changes as well. Drip leaves, you can now no longer shift on them. They'll break no matter what. And if you hit them with a projectile, they won't break. It will drop you from them. So those are just some small changes from the last update. And mine shafts also can't generate in air anymore. So I don't know if that affects the mesa. They also haven't said how ores are going to change. Look at this, because there's diamonds here. This is Y15, so this is a normal level for diamonds to occur, but don't know if they can occur lower in the... Oh, they can occur lower in the world, so don't know how that's going to change, because this is like... has to be like Y minus 57, yeah, so that's pretty crazy. And we don't know how that is going to affect where you want to mine for diamonds. Like, is it going to be that you have to go way lower in the world? Look at that. That is some wild generation, because that has to support that. So it's like a 50, 60 block tall oak pillar. There's also a couple of bugs and things that were updated, but the biggest part of this update is the cave generation. This is, as they called it, the cave part of the Caves and Cliffs update. Yes, they've been giving us new blocks, but these caves, look at them, are what is really coming in this update. This is what most of us are most excited for here. Yes, there's new blocks, but oh, look at the way that this mineshaft is generated with all of this wood holding it up. That probably won't be like that when we get around to it. But yeah, oh, and look at these geodes, the way that they're open like that. This is amazing, and this is what people who are really into Minecraft are waiting for. These massive caves that are just a world of their own. So I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. This is a super exciting update for me, and I'm sure for all of you as well. Thank you for watching all of my update videos, and make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be covering them all in the future. But that's everything for today, so bye.